That's kind of weird. Are you kidding me?
I also own a farm.
Here we go. You are now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Alrighty, here's where we're at. Ran around getting parts, had to go into Middleburg, and we're gonna go mowing. And we are off. So we're gonna go drop the rest of ours. They are out tedding up hay, making it happen. And yeah. Realistically, I got 30 some acres I could probably drop, but we're gonna drop 20 something because the rest are gonna leave for grazing. So I guess we're gonna see what comes of it, but this thing is always interesting to get back in and start driving because it takes a minute, especially on the road. You're like, oh, back and forth, trying to keep it straight. So put the camera down, we'll focus, we'll get over, get that dropped. But ran around this morning, wasted time, so that we had everything to rock and roll on the trailer. So we got brake cans, air hose, or air line, a light, and some other stuff to get done between today and tomorrow. So today is Saturday. I keep feeling like it's Sunday, but we got an issue. That wheel will not drive forward. We're thinking the chain's got an issue, but it will let me go backwards. So I'm gonna try to get it over to the roadway. That way we can take the tire off, open the panel up, and see exactly what it is. Yeah, and I was just getting into the good stuff here, and it said no more, so. Well, hopefully the chain's loose or something, but the fact that it moves in reverse and not forward, it worries me. But that seating isn't coming along much. There's a little bit poking up through, so hopefully it gets a jump on it. Okay, it's not such a warm fuzzy feeling, so I got it back over here. Then it was happy to drive again. So tried to mow, went 100 foot, same thing, pretty much shut it down. I do see on here, so Aaron, we checked hydraulic oil. Aaron told me check the couplers, the drive shafts, that goes to the rear pump or to the header, and one goes to the wheels. So this is all good. I do see that this is loose. I don't know if that pressurizes something and allows it to do things or whatnot, but that's not good. How this works out, you got a drive motor on each side. Yes, that one's got a little drip to it. Still should run perfectly fine. And that's your forward or back based on what your steering wheel is telling it to do. Metering valve, I take it, is what it would be inside of there. So that's your actual drive motors going up to everything. So I'm hoping that maybe that has something to do with it. It's either that or we got plugged filters or things and stuff, right, Yanko? So we are waiting on a ride now. Well, swapping filters around did not do it for us. There's something. Check valve, relief valve, pump, who knows. Okay, today has not gone at all how we planned. We were hoping things were gonna go smooth, but yeah, Dan had an issue with the mower previously on a hill, and he said it did the same thing, and then it kind of recovered. So my buddy, Kevin Hansen, I think you've been on the channel way back. He actually works for Case New Holland as mower test development. I don't know if you're in California right now, or he travels all over the world, all over the US running mowers. So he said, cut the filters open, see if there's any major metal in them, which would indicate pump failure. And then he said, it's probably relief valves on the drive motors. So, which would be easy enough to switch out. We just need a schematic of which one's what and all of that stuff. but that would make sense why it will go in reverse but not forward. So, but it is Saturday at 2 o'clock now. So I got a little bit of grass here, and I got some left over at where I was mowing, and Dan has some mowing. So Christian's gonna actually come in and wrap it up. He mows almost all the grass in front of Aaron's chopper. So that will be good because we want to get it done. I am gonna be busy this week. Aaron is gonna be busy Wednesday on. So we're trying to get as much done as we possibly can in the meantime, and then I'll be in a good place. I'm gonna throw the drawbar hitch on the 7520, get the disc on, disc all that ground up. If we can finish up planting corn today, which somebody did bump into us today and said, oh, we're still planting corn. There's quite a few people still planting corn, which I'm a little nervous. I'm glad that all my other corn, we'll check it when we go up there. I'll show you. I'm very excited with how it's looking. Well, it is a gorgeous day. I wish all the hay was dropped, but mechanical stuff, frustrating. I don't know, but we're hooked up. Hopefully the 75 treats us well, and we can be done with any tillage work for spring. I guess it's summer now, but let me grab a phone charger cord out of the combine. I remember seeing one yesterday when I looked in here. I'm hitting most of it with 2 passes, so overlapping. Working up pretty good. So we got a couple more passes left here. I was hoping to do about 10 acres up here. I think by the time it's done, it's going to be 8.5, 9, but that'll work. Get this rotated out of poor quality grass, and we don't need all the grass anyways. So hopefully over there where the mower is, right there, we get that mowed this afternoon, this evening, and same with down below the house, and that will be, I'll probably go grab the tedder once they get that mowed, get it worked out. Tomorrow get it worked out. We got trucks to wrap up tomorrow and prepare for the week. But honestly, when we're done with this, the planter can get filled up, and we will hopefully wrap up 2024 planting. Yeah, we're late now. I know, but we're gonna make it. So this heat, all that corn will stop when we're done. Check out all the corn down there. It's very even, which I'm amazed by. We are wrapped up disking. We just got to get the planter rolling. So figured I'd jump out, show you guys where we're at with corn. Pretty consistent, a little here, but boy is that looking a lot better. It's gonna jump in this heat pretty well, ready rocking and rolling. So very excited. I'm gonna jump in the planter. We got to get loaded with some seed. We'll park this. What else we got to do? Fertilizer and seed, and hammer that out. I just gotta stand here and admire it. I don't know if the GoPro picks it up as nearly as well as the phone or whatnot, but I'm very happy so far. Yeah. Alrighty, we better keep going. 3 of those totes still have a little bit of fertilizer in. I'm gonna pick them up. Gotta get the hose out of the back of the pickup and throw what's left of it in, use that up. Just check that all our outlets are working good. We got brake cans, light, stuff for the trailer. So tomorrow is probably going to be service day. By the time we get done messing around with all this, we should go ted our hay if Christian makes it over here in time. So yeah, throwing you guys around, my bad. Well, jump in the 27, fill the tanks right up. Well, not fill them up, but utilize them. Planter is a third full. I got an extra bag there. That should give us enough to get through. A bunch of people kept saying your hose is dragging. Our hose isn't dragging. There's no good way of attaching it here, and I pull slack and it moves. So that's where it is. And it hasn't dragged yet. So tire's still holding on the 27, which is really good. So we got 25 gallons going in. 5 acres plus. This one's probably got 10, well, almost 20 between this and the other side. So where are we at? 45, probably 50. So we might have 10 acres worth of product by the time we get said and done if the pump stays primed. But I'll let that drain in there, and this will be a good feeling. We'll get out, put the last of the seed in. This kind of gamble. I really didn't want it that much hay ground, and that, as we said, that ground needed to get worked through, so we'll get it figured out. We'll make it happen. Hopefully the last time we unfold this planter for this year. Well, while planting, we'll see. Into the headlands, did our 3 passes, and we do not have any fertilizer running. So that circuit breaker or whatever is tired. Yeah. Or it's not grounded or something. But it was working. So that's annoying. So we got it directly wired into the panel, but we do have a fuse and everything else over here, so we'll see exactly what goes on. Something to remember for our winter project list of things to do, but we're gonna get this hammered right out, and mower is set to arrive just before dark, I think. So Christian's been right after it. Yeah, this will be a good feeling. Then we can clean the planter out and be done with anything planting related for this year. Plan. So we got the AC working mint. Don't even need it on the highest setting, it's warm out. Nothing's dripping yet. Nothing's wet. So we need a headliner and we need to redo those tubes. If you don't know, previously we had some AC drain issues and they were plugged and kinked and all sorts of issues. Hopefully it keeps working the way it is. We did have to cut that to be able to get into the tubes. But like I said, this headliner needs to get replaced anyways because it is molded from that previous issue, which I think has gone on for longer than I've owned it. But planting along. Yeah, hopefully it all goes good. It is a pretty cool feeling looking back at the farm and just planting away. We have come a long way in the last, well, 14 months. So, but I did out there, I see there's missed corn spots. I'm pretty sure I came back after we went low on seed and never finished that field. Wow, a lot going on in my head. So we're gonna sneak down over there. I think there's 2 passes that we were gonna finish up and never did them. So should have enough seed. Up here I'll jump out and check. Longer run, which worked good. We never moved the marker arm in, so I plant with it just off the corner of either side when I'm running. So it works. It looks pretty good. We got to do that. You know, it's a work in progress. Ain't go sleeping, loving the AC in here, dirty windows and all. So let's look at where we're at. Not much fertilizer left. Oh, we are close. Ah, we got some. Should have enough to finish this up. That one's a little heavier. Might have dumped more into it. Yeah. Okay, a few passes left. We got our row shutoffs not on point, but we're in a triangle patch. The hayfield should be pretty square. This cornfield not so much. But I was able to square up the hayfields because we mowed it, so X amount of passes. Alrighty, wrap it up. We're not gonna need this bag, I don't think. Yeah, this is where we ran out of one row, and we went down, filled up, and I was supposed to come back and plant these 2 or 3 passes left, and I never did. So here we are. Not the straightest rows, but they look good going up through there. We are out of fertilizer and out of ground to plant. That's it for 2024 planting. Now we got to focus on summer, and we got to get things ready for harvest. We got a lot of stuff to still do. All right, buddy? So, alrighty, let's get back, park this up, and see exactly what's going on. Maybe we'll go grab the tedder. I don't know where the mower is actually at. What time is it? 7 o'clock now. Not really sure. So, we'll see. So there was a gentleman in the comments the other day that was more knowledgeable on this kit. Yep, I got it. And explained that these were not set up as flow controlled. They were set up to stop any flow from going to the outside. We're sitting in a hole. I just realized that. So I can't put this, I might be able to put the stop, we'll see. But they were designed to completely shut off flow to the outside cylinders. Makes sense. Uh-oh. We got one that's gonna freaking blow. Oh, if it blows right now, I'm gonna be so mad. Let me see if that goes. That's the other one. We do have a spare. Okay, it's gonna go. If that blows, I don't know. We're just leaving it out here. We do have the spare that Chris made up. Jimmy, I still owe you for that. I haven't stopped in to see you. So he's not too worried, he said. So that is in. So what we can do is close these up. I'm probably gonna put the stops underneath them so that when that line does blow, we don't get killed. That will be my plan. I take it Christian is actually already up mowing those fields up there. I am gonna go grab the tedder. That way I can ted everything out, and it will be good to dry for a while tomorrow morning before it gets hit again. So we'll go grab that, and it's 8:40 now. So, white cap, but Christian's right after it. I can hear him mowing over there, so he should make short work of that. I don't even know how many acres an hour he can run with that Pottinger triple setup. But I'm gonna wait over here. That way, if he's got a question, he can, I'll be here. It's cooling down some, which is kind of good. The house is hot. End of the week, this week, we're in the 90s, so corn is gonna be jumping. He is right after it. So, showed him what it was. Aaron explained to him. So he should be pretty good. Once he gets this front one opened up or done, we'll start tedding. That way we're in a good spot for the night. He went to the one spot where I was like, watch out for any concrete blocks. I did just walk it, but those, so that's a 6.250R. It's quite a bit of gear. I had to call him back up. So he's got power lines to go around and things like that. So he's pretty clear on it. He puts a lot of use through all of his tractors. So I do not know if that's his, I think he has 3 6R 250s. Yeah, he might not go right up to the road, which is fine. I'll rotary mow it down. It's dark out. We don't need extra problems. No. It's amazing how quick a set of triples will knock off a field. So he's all wrapped up here. He's gonna go to that back one. That won't take him very long. I am gonna head this out so that it covers absolutely everything. I know when I was in New Zealand, in Europe, I always forget. Gail. I always forget. Gail, he was Slovakian or Slovenian. I don't remember which one. He said over there, every bit of forage that goes through a chopper gets tedded before. So green feed, that way it's all consistent. But I got Dan's tedder till, well, tonight. And then he's gonna ted in the morning. So I won't have it for a few hours. And we got trucks to work on. So having it all laid out evenly right now will make a big difference. Plus we can go up to the other side where we mowed a little bit and he just wrapped it up for us. So I got it adjusted so it's throwing it back in. As you see, it looks sideways. It is. We're going around the outside pass. I'm very impressed with this crown rake. And highly recommend one to anybody. And Christian's wrapping up over there. Got right up to the edges and everything for me. I told him there's one rock down in the corner. Just don't go mock Jesus into it. Folding up, go to the back one. Christian is leaving, going up the hill. Filled him up with fuel. And yeah, away he went. So he said they got 2 sets of mowers. Identical tractors, 2 sets of mowers. One is flail and one is rollers, rubber rollers. That one's rubber rollers. He says he likes it more. It was new this year. He's put 3,000 acres through it so far. You got to think he's got another one, so even if they put 1,000 acres through it, they're at 4,000 acres, or I bet they put more than that in busy time. So he said probably on average he can do 25, 30 acres an hour, but he gets down on some of the river flats that we've been on and it's at 50. So 50 acres an hour is making some progress. So I'll ted this out, I'll jump up to the neighbors, then we'll take this tractor back so that Dan can have it for the morning. That's kind of weird. Are you kidding me? And there's that. Oh my God. One backed out and it popped it off. It gave me a fault. I look back and it's not doing it. Okay, I don't know if I got any tools. Well, how this is, it's designed so you can put a 540 or 1,000 in it, depending on what you're doing. And then this locks in and turns and you put the bolts in. I was just talking to James. He said he's had it happen on the baler. The bolts inside there get worn out a little bit. I don't know why that one's backed out there, which worries me some. But he said the bolts get worn inside, which I don't know if you can see, and then it literally just spins around and falls off. And there's a speed sensor right in here. That's why it instantly started beeping at me. But I didn't know how I was gonna get home. I was gonna be done for the night. And I just texted John, or called John. I said, are you still up? It's only 10. He said, anytime before midnight. And he goes, oh, you're still working? That's the problem. I said, I know, we've had a rough day. I said, any chance you could get me? Give me a ride back, and then I'll come right back up and drop me right back off. He said, absolutely. So I appreciate him. I hope he appreciates me being on his old farm and making things happen still, but he's great people. So I'm gonna walk up to the road and we're gonna hitch a ride, which literally my property's right there. We could drive back and then drive back up here. It would probably take longer in the tractor, but I don't know. Okay, so it is 10:30 now. Yeah, I by accidentally called Aaron. So that locks right in. Oh, there's a groove I see now. And it holds it there. I said, oh, I'll just throw some new bolts in there, a little beat up, see. And he said they are metric. And I'm like, well, let me throw it in. I got the gun right there, extension. Should be easy enough. Okay, it's back in. We'll take that with us. I don't know how that's hung on for as long as it has, but throw the PTO shaft back on, which I'm gonna need 2 hands, and then we'll finish up. And we are back. We can straighten it out now. We don't need it crooked. Okay. Well, we'll get this wrapped up, jump over to the next one to the left. That neighbor's light's still on, so hopefully they are not passed out and I'm waking them up. But I am not going to do right behind the landowner's house because I know they're asleep. I think they're asleep. And it's dried a bunch today. We'll hit it tomorrow. Okay, we got it wrapped up. It's I don't even know, what time is it? What time? It is 11 o'clock, 3 minutes of 11. So I got a little strip, I think, going up through the middle of this front field that I wasn't going to run all the way to the front, just to turn back around. So I'll hit that and I'll get folded up. Tomorrow we got to come back up here, ted everything again. Well, ted the front, the first field we mowed, that we actually mowed. Ted that for the first time, but that is a much lighter crop than this stuff. So hopefully we're in a good place. But, oh, landowner shut the lights off. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. These people got the TV on over here to my left, but we're gonna get out of here. That's why I didn't want to go right behind their house. I appreciate my landowners. Gotta respect them, and yeah, everybody's been really good to work with. So I've had enough of physical beatdowns today, so hopefully tomorrow's a better day and we get some things done. But it is just about midnight. Got everything tedded out that we could. Got to hit everything tomorrow again and see where we get to. So appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.